Hi guys, have you ever wondered why it's taking you so long to actually close a sale? Then you don't want to miss today's episode as I take you through some of the psychological things that helps your customers to be able to make a decision in going ahead with who they want to buy from. So if you're just joining us on today's video and you're yet to subscribe to our channel, I'll kindly advise you to subscribe to this channel as we'll bring you lots of educational content that will help your business to grow and help you as a salesperson to continuously meet your target and deliver on the priorities of the business that you're currently working with. So today I'm going to be running through something that I've been thinking about for a while, and that is the psychology of closing a sale. So recently I was involved in a conversation with someone who was a hiring manager, and she told me that one of the things that actually encouraged her to hire a person that she hired recently was one of the statements that the person mentioned. She said at the end of the interview, the guy actually told her that at the end of 3 months, if he doesn't deliver on the promises that he has mentioned, that she has a right to let him go. And she felt that was a very, very convincing one for her, because most of the people that she interviewed did not say that at the end of their conversation. And so she felt that the guy had actually put himself on the line. And that was one of the things that encouraged her to go ahead to hire the guy. And so you realize that a lot of times when you've actually gone through your conversations with your customer, there might actually be something that might be holding them from going ahead to actually complete that deal with you. Sometimes it has to do with you understanding the way they think and the psychology behind their reasoning. And so today, I've actually come to realize that there's a lot of things that people do before they make a decision on what to buy. And some of those things are actually emotional before you even talk about logic. Because people always think that people always make decisions based on logic alone. But I realize that a lot of times, some of the reasons why people make a decision actually comes from the way they're actually reasoning. And that has to do with the way their emotions are actually leading them. And so as a salesperson, you must be able to tap into that emotional part as well. And one of the emotional reasoning behind a customer making a sale is peace of mind. So recently, I realized that even me, myself, that is one of the things that actually guided me in going ahead to actually that was one of the things that actually guided me in going ahead to choose someone who came to help me fix something in my house. So recently I was thinking of fixing a wall panel in my house so that I could put my TV on. And I was actually thinking of the various people that I was going to go ahead with. As I was going through and asking different people about their prices and how they were going to go ahead to do it, I realized that it was very difficult to actually make a decision on who to go ahead with. And so what I did was to actually ask 2 of my friends who had actually done something similar. And I said, oh, who helped you to actually fix this thing in your own house? And they told me the person that did it. And immediately I realized that by just having that knowledge that the person had done it for 2 other people, it made me to feel peace in going ahead with that person. And so you realize that the emotional part that your customers are thinking about would actually work well when you are able to get them referrals. So if you've actually done business with people before and you know that those people can refer you to them, it helps your customer to have peace in going ahead to actually do that business with you. So when you're trying to close a sale, if you can always point out to 1, 2, 3, 4 persons that have actually used your service before, that would help your customer to actually have a peace of mind in going ahead to do that business with you. The second thing that I realized that guide customers in actually going ahead to do a business with someone is security. Recently, I went into a store to actually get a dress, for someone who was doing a birthday. But I realized that after going ahead in different stores to look at what I wanted to buy, I went to the particular store and I was able to actually, get the dress that I was going to buy for the person. But the challenge was that the person who was going to be wearing this dress, I don't really know if that dress was going to actually fit that person. So when I was going to buy the dress, the person who was selling to me just said to me that, oh, if this person tries out this dress and it doesn't fit them, you have up to 2 weeks to actually come and return it. And so for me, that was the security that I needed in going ahead to buy that stuff. It happens a lot in the UK and a lot of developed countries, and people who actually know that this thing works And so when you're going into some of those stores, especially to buy dresses or clothes, they will tell you that, oh, you've got up to this amount of time to actually return it. And I realized that that actually works well in helping people to actually go ahead to buy those stuff from them, because they know that even if they try it out and it doesn't work, they've got the guarantee of coming to return it. And that is something that can help you to actually close a sale as well. But this is actually common with things that you know that people can actually repurpose and you can resell. Not for items that, when people open it, then it's not useful anymore. So if you're selling things like clothes, dresses and things that that, if people have tried it out, they can actually come back to return it, and then you can still repurpose it and sell it again. That would actually work well for that kind of product. Then the last psychology that I discovered was also status. So because a lot of people are status driven, that also helps them to make a decision. And that happens a lot when people are trying to do, buy things that have to do with, luxury, or people are trying to go somewhere, to actually feel like, they're actually bigger than others. One of my friends who always sells, some luxury items, always tells me some of the experiences that he has with some of his customers. Sometimes some of the customers will tell him that, oh, I want the original of this thing. Can you get it for me? Or can you get me this particular item that this person wears? Because they actually want to feel like if this person is actually wearing this particular item, it means that it has a status appeal to it, and they also should be able to wear it. And so when you are selling anything that has a luxury appeal to it, you can actually look at the customers that you know that this would actually fit into. Or when you are speaking to your customers, you can actually find out what are the things that drive their motivations to actually going ahead to buy. And when you realize that that is something that drives their motivation, then you can tap into it. Also recently, I was going to the airport to actually process a visa, and they called me and said that, oh, do you mind if we put you in a premium lounge so that you can be attended to, specially? And I felt, oh, that was an extra service or something that they were trying to use to actually get extra money out of me. But I know that that would actually appeal to some people, even if it didn't appeal to me, because they know that some people want that status feel. They want to feel different. They want to feel special. They want to feel like they're in a different class of themselves. And so once you are able to tap into that emotion of people, you'll be able to close a sale. So I believe that some of these things that I've shared, if you sit down and you look at the kind of business that you're doing and inculcate them into some of the services that you are rendering, you would see that some of your customers would actually come quickly to do business with you, or you'll be able to get a lot more sale from your prospective customers than you're actually doing. So if you're liking the sound of this and you're yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly go ahead to subscribe, and also share this video with as many people that you know that will benefit from this. Thank you so much for staying tuned to today's video. See you next time.